Hello and welcome to the Jax State Sports Network Streamcast. Tonight's presentation is available on YouTube in audio-only format or from a link at the Jax State Sports Network webpage. Thank you for listening and cheering on the Gamecocks. Now to the venue and your host for today's action.
You know that feeling when you're doing what you love? You're in the zone, truly and fully alive, lost in thought. You know what you're not thinking about? Insurance. That's where Alpha comes in. Alpha handles all things insurance, so you're free to do anything. So get out there and live your best life. Whatever your thing is, we've got you covered. That's life with Alpha Insurance. Visit alphainsurance.com to learn more.
Sports not only bring us together, they inspire us on our own health journeys. Whether we're walking an extra lap, crushing a new goal, or spending time with friends cheering in the stands, we all win when we feel healthier and happier. That's why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama is a proud sponsor of athletic programs across the state. Because a healthier Alabama is a happier Alabama. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama. We cover what matters.
Eli Gold here, ready for a winning drive? Go see my...
Good evening and welcome to the Pete Matthews Coliseum on the campus of Jacksonville State University. Excited to have you along for today's Conference USA women's basketball game between the homestanding Gamecocks that check in with a 9-13 overall record, 3-8 in Conference USA. They play host to the Bearcats of Sam Houston, which are 10-11 and 3-8 in Conference USA. My name is Donnie Smith, bringing you the action courtside this evening in Jacksonville, Alabama. Sam Houston has won 2 of their last 3, picking up a win on February the 1st against La Tech, 70-65. A win on February the 6th against FIU, 66-54. Most recently, they dropped a 74-54 decision at home to Liberty University. Meanwhile, Jax State trying to end a 4-game slide. What a place to show up to after that 4-game road trip. They are 8-3 on this floor at the Pete Matthews Coliseum. Defense going to be a big key in this contest. That is the wheelhouse of both teams. Sam Houston, as we'll talk with Coach Rick Petrie of Jax State here in a little bit, the key to Sam Houston is their ability to force turnovers. They're one of the best teams in the country at forcing turnovers, 25.2 per contest. They hold teams to 28.5% from beyond the arc. That will be a little bit of a concern for the Gamecocks, who have had some success from the outside as of late, upping their season three-point percentage to 30.5. But again, the first key that Rick Petrie always talks about before a game is defense. They hold their opponents under 60 points per game. Possessions will be very valuable in this contest. Turnover is going to be the big key as well. We'll step aside for a brief timeout. When we come back, we'll spend some time with Jax State boss Rick Petrie here on the Countdown to Kickoff. Jax State women's basketball is brought to you by JSU alumnus and Congressman Mike Rogers. F&M Bank, serving Calhoun County since 1915. Tri-Green Equipment, tried and true, 75 years in the John Deere business. Alabama Power, AmFirst, McDonald's of Jacksonville and Piedmont, State Farm agent Mike Douglas, and Chick-fil-A of Jacksonville. Coming up next on the Countdown to Tip-Off show, we will spend some time with Coach Rick Petrie. You're listening to Jax State Women's Basketball on the Jax State Sports Network.
At JSU, school spirit is in the air. At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're giving our customers the opportunity to show their school spirit every day with our JSU Spirit Debit Card. We've designed a unique card for the JSU Gamecocks that includes the school logo. So every time you use the card, you're showing your school spirit. Come in to get your Gamecock Spirit Debit Card today. We've got spirit. Go Gamecocks! F&M Bank. Service, solutions, and strength. Member FDIC.
For from our home base right here in Birmingham, Alabama.
We are here
treating patients from every generation
across the United States
and from around the world.
As respected industry leaders,
we are here
working hard for you
in an effort to provide you with
excellence in sports medicine,
excellence in research and education,
and excellence in sports injury prevention.
We are here for you, aggressively pursuing
victory over injury.
Learn more at andrewsportsmedicine.com.
Keep doing it to get that milestone. You have to have had enough success, or otherwise you would no longer be around. So I'm grateful that I've had enough success to be able to do this as long as I have as a head coach in the Division I level, and as a result, being in charge of teams that have won that many games. And so obviously, and I, in good times and bad, we talk to the team about the fact that I don't make any shots. I don't get any steals, I don't get any turnovers. I don't make free throws, I don't miss them. So the players are the ones who ultimately determine the outcome. As coaches, our job is to guide and to give them the best opportunity we can based on what we know in advance, and with the skills that we try to develop and the concepts we try to teach. But I am grateful for all the players at South Alabama that played for me, as well as the players and coaches and support staff and the people that have played here at Jax State, who have contributed to that number.
Speaking of the players, we can talk a little bit about a couple that have had big impacts the last couple of weeks for you. Clara Gonzalez-Pinella coming off 17 against Middle. Very good team, very good defensively. So for her to have a game like that, it seems like she's also become quite a big outside threat for you guys. She's a legitimate three-point shooter in this league.
She is. We're getting so with Clara in the non-conference portion of our schedule, we got up and down, and we just weren't getting a lot of consistency. Right now, we seem to be getting the most consistent version. This is the version, to be honest with you, in preseason practice that I thought that we'd get throughout. And for whatever reason, it didn't materialize with consistency. She had a few outstanding games in non-conference port. Like at Utah Valley, she was outstanding, as an example, off the top of my head. But but in conference, then she got hurt and she missed a series of games with her ankle, and then when she returned, it was like a yo-yo for a little while. But on this road trip, it was definitely more good than bad, and definitely more positive outcomes for her. And so, So and listen, in conference play, she is our leading scorer. Mm-hmm. So, there's no question she is somebody who is having an impact on our team.
We talked last time about Maria Sanchez-Ponce making that jump from the NAI to Division I, coming off of a career game against Western Kentucky. Very impressive what you've seen with her.
Well, just the incredible growth from November 1, because Maria, unfortunately, we signed her in late May, and we were not able to get her here for summer school, and so she missed all of summer. And so, her first participation with us was in the fall. And so for her, the major challenge was understanding how we wanted her to defend. And it took her a really long time to figure that out. And as of November 1st, she wasn't, which is still quite a bit in terms of preseason practice and fall workouts. She still was way behind the eight ball from a defensive standpoint. And also from an offensive standpoint, hadn't completely digested what we were trying to accomplish on that side of the ball. When you look at where she was, like I said, on November 1, right before our first game, to where we are, now in the middle of February, her enhancement, her development has been spectacular. She has become a solid to good defender, whereas, and she would even tell you, leading up to 1st of November, she was not very good defensively. But she's figured it out. Still makes mistakes from time to time. But she understands the core principles of what we're trying to do, and she's executing those. And then offensively, she's a kid, she just goes hard. She puts herself in position to make plays. When she gets downhill, she can finish in an awkward manner. She got one robbed from her at Western because sometimes it's not a travel, but it gets called a travel because it's a very slow, almost like a Luka Doncic, step type situation. And it was a basket she scored that got wiped off, and it was not a travel. So, but she's able to awkwardly get to the rim and finish in ways that we don't have anybody else that can do that. But she also got some offensive rebound putback. She got a huge steal late, and which got out in the open floor and foul, hit free throws. It gave us a lead at Western Kentucky. So she has come miles in a few months. And so for me, she's the most impressive in our program in terms of where she was and where she is now.
For both of those players, is there a moment that you can point to where it just clicked for them? Was it just kind of a confidence growth for them and just kind of a comfort level in getting into this program and the way that you have things run?
I do think confidence had a lot to do with it. I think also, Maria came from a program where she was the stud. So she was the one who, was out there, and then here she had to compete for time, and then coming off the bench, bench players don't have the same length of leash as say a starting player would, and so she wasn't used to that either. So early on, she was very concerned about trying not to make a mistake, and which is, by the way, I've been doing this. I've been a head coach at the Division I women's level for 25 years, and then 6 years at high school. So 31 consecutive years as a head coach, and I have heard the same thing for 31 consecutive years from bench players. Oh, I don't know. I'm just afraid to make a mistake. You got to keep playing. You're in the role you're in that was established through practice and where we are. So you just got to keep playing and not worry about what may or may not happen. And so she's just figured it out, from that standpoint. And it wasn't one moment. It's just kind of been a gradual. And listen, there's been some 3 steps forward, a step back kind of stuff. But she was huge. Like for instance, she did not have a great game at Middle Tennessee, but then on Saturday has a great game at Western Kentucky. So we're hoping that, again, that can keep going in a positive direction. And with Clara, it's the same thing. It was herky-jerky. In preseason practice, we thought, going into our first game that she'd be our best perimeter player hands down. And it didn't work out that way early on. And, but it's starting to look like that now, though.
8-3 at the Pete Matthews Coliseum this year, coming off of a tough 4-game road trip. In 3 of those games, though, playing against a couple of really good teams, was there some positives that you guys were able to take away from those 4 contests?
Well, sure. I was really disappointed, most disappointed in the first game at FIU. FIU had lost 3 in a row. They were super hungry. We had won 2 in a row. We were not, and they just cared more, wanted it more, and took advantage of us, and it's a 10-point loss. Followed up at Liberty, where Liberty had been killing people at home. And we were down 20 midway through the third. They probably thought they were getting ready to blow us out by 32, and then we fight back and cut it to 1 with 2.5 to go. So there was a silver lining from that, and the fact that we showed that we could fight back in a situation where others had not been able to do that really well in this league. And then the second round of games, because we played 9 opponents. Now the second 9, doing it over again. And we go to middle, and we played them much better than we played them here. Up to at halftime, they come out, blew us up the doors off us to start the second half and get up to a 15-point lead. But with 5 to go, we've cut it to 5. So much better outcome in terms of how we played. We obviously did win it, and they pushed it out to a 15-point win. But that's a lot different than a 30-point win, which is what happened in this building. And then with Western Kentucky, again, we lose by 7 here. And at their place, we have a 1-point lead with 24 seconds to go. So So we played both of those teams better the second time around. So that's one of the things we're hoping to have. We're hoping to play against everybody on our schedule better the second time around than we did with the first. And by the way, Liberty, Middle, West Kentucky, those are first, second, and third in the league. And we were in position to compete in all those games. So hopefully we can find a way to do that in games moving forward.
Taking on a Sam Houston ball club tonight that can cause a lot of problems for a lot of teams on defense when they go to that full court press, almost like a VCU like Shaka Smart Havoc, where they're just going to create chaos for you. How do you go about taking care of the basketball and just getting it across midcourt and getting into your offense?
You're right. I mean, they force almost 25 turnovers a game, and that's in conference games, not non-conference. It's in conference. They're, I believe, second in the nation in forced turnovers. They lead our league in steals. They're a problem. They have thoroughbreds athletically. I mean, kids who are just crazy athletic. Their 5-player, while she's undersized at 6 foot in this league, is a beast. Just a crazy athlete, and physical and strong and tough. And she's athletic enough; she can cover a point guard. She's that athletic. So their level of athleticism is elite. And so we've just got to be able to withstand it. We at times we did a decent job handling the pressure at their place. At times we didn't. If we can do a better job, this time, I think that'll help the outcome because it was a 5-point loss at their place. What they have struggled offensively is their ability to make perimeter shots. That's where they have struggled offensively, and so. We hope to do what we can to take care of that, or to manage that, and hopefully get enough stops, and put us in position to win the game. But they are a tough out of that. There is no question, and they can make quality teams look silly the way that they attack you, because it's not just in the full court. It recedes into the half court too. They stay aggressive all 94 feet, full and half, and so you've got to be able to withstand it and manage it. We've worked on it in practice the last couple of days. We'll see what happens.
Good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you.
That's head coach Rick Petrie joining us on the pregame show. Coach, our conversation with him is presented by F&M Bank, serving Calhoun County since 1915, as we talked about with him at the top of the interview. 400th career victory the last time out on this floor against New Mexico State in his 25th season overall. 180 victories during his time at Jax State, assisted by Destiny Thomas, Kayvon Towns, and Eric Wise. This has been our Countdown to Tip-Off show presented by JSU alumnus Congressman Mike Rogers. It's Sam Houston at 10 and 11 taking on Jax State at 9 and 13. It's time now to take a look at tonight's starting lineups presented by Tried and True. Our company's legacy is 75 years in the John Deere business in Alabama. Try Green Equipment. The starting 5 for head coach Raven Justice and the Bearcats of Sam Houston. A 5'5 redshirt senior from Kansas City, Missouri, number 0, Sydney Kemp, who averages 6 points per contest. She has a team best 22 made three-pointers this season. A 5'7 junior from Mali, number 4, Fonta Kone, averages 7.5 points and 5.2 rebounds per game. Also dishes out nearly 5 assists per game. She had 12 off the bench the last time these two teams played. Number 8, Deborah Ogayemi, that's the player in the post that Coach Petrie mentioned. 6-foot redshirt junior from Waterford, Ireland, averages 11.5 points and 7.7 rebounds per contest. Number 15, Nyla Inman, a 6-foot junior from Tyler, Texas, 9.7 points and 5 rebounds per game. She had a team best 13 points the last time they played Jax State. And finally, number 24, Whitney Dunn, a 5'9 junior from Chicago, Illinois, who averages 7.7 points and 2.2 rebounds per game, makes her 5th start of the season. Now taking a look at the starting lineup for the homestanding Gamecocks. It starts off with a 5'10 senior guard, number 2, Shaquise May from Atlanta, Georgia, 3 points and 2 rebounds per game. Number 5, Elsie Harris gets the start at point guard, a 5'5 redshirt senior from Mobile, Alabama, 4 points and 2 rebounds per game this season. A 6-foot senior from Montgomery, Alabama, number 10, Brianna Rhodes, the team's leading scorer at 9 points per game and 5 rebounds per contest. Number 22, Maya Barnes, a 6-foot senior from Montgomery, 7.6 points and 4.8 rebounds per game. And finally, number 71, Maria Sanchez Ponce, a 5'10 senior from Spain, averaging 7 points and 3 rebounds per game for head coach Rick Petrie this season. Jax State in the special edition uniforms, wearing the all-pink unis with the stacked Jax State across the front on this We Fight Together night to help find a cure for breast cancer. Sam Houston dressed in the black uniforms with the orange numbers and orange and white accents. Sam Houston from right to left from where we stand. Jax State from left to right. The opening tip-off in the air is controlled by Sam Houston, and it's Fonta Kone to bring it across against a man-to-man pressure provided by Jax State. Ball now to the top of the key to Nyla Inman, who hands off at the point to Whitney Dunn. Dunn on the dribble against Sanchez Ponce, hands off to Kone. Top of the key to Inman with 13 to shoot. Inman trying to drive, cut off nicely by Maya Barnes. Dunn at the top of the key with 7 to shoot. At the elbow, gave up the dribble. Inman with 5. Left elbow jumper off the heel of the iron. Offensive rebound tracked down by Ogayame. She's one of the best in the country at doing so. Guarded closely by Rhodes last time. Ogayame goes to work against Rhodes. That shot blocked from behind by Elsie Harris and knocked out of bounds. Basketball stays with Sam Houston with 9:20 to play in the first in a scoreless contest. Kone to inbound with 11 to shoot. Goes to the right wing to Nyla Inman. Now to the top of the key to Sydney Kemp. Kemp with 5. On the drive against May. Left wing three-pointer. Kone airballs it towards the cheerleaders. The offensive rebound is tracked down by Ogayame, but it does not matter. Shot clock violation and a good defensive stand that time by Jax State. However, Coach Petrie going to be a little upset allowing the 2 offensive boards during that possession. And here comes the all-court pressure provided by Sam Houston. It's Elsie Harris to bring the ball across midcourt, working against Fonta Kone. Top of the key to Barnes. Barnes dribbles and hands off left side to Maria Sanchez Ponce. She drives the rim. Right side layup is good. Great take by Maria Sanchez Ponce, who's coming off a career-high 20 points and 9 rebounds. Here's Kone at the top of the key, settles left elbow, and is picked up by Elsie Harris. Nyla Inman at the top of the key. Now dribbles to the elbow and hands off of the point to Whitney Dunn. Down to 12 to shoot for Dunn. Dunn trying to drive against Sanchez Ponce. Step back from the right elbow, swish. Tied 2-2, 8:24 remaining in the quarter. All court pressure applied. They back off. They do pressure the ball. Kone working against Elsie Harris. Gamecocks with plenty of time now in the half court. Trying to drive is Rhodes. Turnaround jumper. Dies on the back of the rim and falls off into the hands of Fonta Kone, the 5'7" junior from Mali. Kone hands off right wing for Asia Ward-Strong. Here's Dunn on the left wing. Whitney Dunn on the drive. Her right-handed layup is good and one. Whitney Dunn averages 7.7 points per game. The Alabama State transfer will go to the line trying to convert the old-fashioned three-point play. But Nyla Inman to the bench. She's replaced by Kylie McGuire in the Sam Houston lineup. McGuire, a 6-foot grad student, transferred from UTSA, averaging 6 points per game this season. Dunn, a 63% free throw shooter, hits that one hard off the back of the rim, and a foul coming up on the loose basketball as it was tracked down by Shaquise May. Dunn, the guilty party. Dunn picks up her first and the first of the contest. Jax State from left to right in the pink uniforms. Down the center of the floor is Maya Barnes. Now to the top of the key to Elsie Harris in the half court. Barnes, top of the key triple, offside iron. Rebound tipped around and finally picked up by Fonta Kone of Sam Houston. Kone trying to go coast to coast, cut off by Shaquise May. Kone backs out, looking for some help. Now cut off again by Elsie Harris. Looking to the top of the key for Asia Ward-Strong. Now to the near side, Kone with 10 to shoot. Cross-court pass, Asia Ward-Strong. 7 to shoot. Step back triple from the front row of the bleachers is airballed by Whitney Dunn. Basketball out of bounds to the Gamecocks. Student section and hardcore are going to let her know about that shot result. And Jax State has the basketball down by 2. Whitney Dunn to the bench. Looks like Sydney Kemp back into the Sam Houston lineup. Elsie Harris across midcourt. Jax State yet to have any serious issues against the all-court pressure applied. Pull-up free throw line jumper by Brianna Rhodes won't go, and the rebound pulled down by Sam Houston's Nyla Inman. Ward going to the paint, and she is fouled. So Asia Ward-Strong, the senior from Dallas, goes to the free throw line, where she's 53.7%. Sam Houston averages 23.4 free throw attempts per contest. That's fifth most in the NCAA. However, they are 63% as a team at the free throw line, which is 338th in the NCAA. Asia Ward, a transfer from McLennan Community College, trying to give her team a 3-point lead, and the first free throw bounces out. Into the Jax State lineup is Clara Gonzalez-Planella, a 5'8 junior from Barcelona, averaging 8 points per contest, helping Jax State rank 10th nationally in bench points per game at nearly 30. Second free throw by Ward finds its way home. Sam Houston with a 5-2 lead at the 6:45 mark of the first quarter. Harris down the right sideline, sets up on the right wing. Harris tries again to try and drive against Kone. Gets to the right baseline, cut off again by Kone, and a double dribble whistled against Harris. Turnover number 1 of the game for Jax State. Basketball to Sam Houston, which leads by 3 with 6:35 to play in the opening quarter. Sam Houston from right to left. Inbounding is Nyla Inman to Fonta Kone. Kone dribbles to the right side in the half court and hands off to Asia Ward-Strong. Into the right corner, Kone to the top of the key. Inman's jumper is off the side of the rim and out of bounds and belongs to Jax State. So Sam Houston again, full court defense, have not really pressured or trapped much that we've seen. Rick Petrie setting a screen at the mid-court line using using Rhodes to do it. Now the ball to the right side for Clara Gonzalez-Planella. She gets her pocket picked by Ward. 2-on-2 break. Ward stops to the left block. Gives up the dribble. Goes to the top of the key to Inman. Inman works right side to Fonta Kone. Kone to the baseline. Pass to the near side. A little too strong. Ward-Strong back to the top of the key. Kemp's triple won't go. Rebound tipped around and controlled by Maya Barnes of Jax State. 5 3/4 left in the first. Jax State down 3. Barnes kicks to the top of the key to Brianna Rhodes. Back to Barnes at the free throw line, who backs to the top of the key. 17 to shoot inside. Rhodes, turnaround left-handed hook shot won't go. Rebound pulled down by number 5, Asia Ward-Strong, the senior for Sam Houston. Kone trying to drive against Elsie Harris to the free throw line. Quick jumper by Deborah Ogayami won't go. Rebound picked up by Elsie Harris. Good hustle to get on the floor after the loose basketball and pick up the defensive board. Coming up on 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Gonzalez-Planella kicking to the left side. Harris to the rim. Open look, and she scores. Elsie Harris's first basket of the game gets Jax State within a point with 4:55 to go. Great pass to Deborah Ogayame, who scores. Give the assist to Kone. Great read from the left wing. Right back to a 3-point game. Elsie Harris coming off the Brianna Rhodes screen. Has another screen, elects not to use it as she sets up with the logo. 15 to shoot, 4:33 to play in the first quarter. 3-point deficit for the Gamecocks. On the attack is Shaquise May. She goes to the right side of the lane. The layup won't go, and an offensive foul. Shaquise May called for the infraction. It's her first, the team's second. Timeout on the floor, 4:27 to go in the opening quarter. Sam Houston with a 7-4 lead on Jax State. You're listening to Gamecock Women's Basketball on the Gamecock Sports Network.
Put your phone on D&D, that means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always sing with me. So put your phone on D&D, that means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always remember this beat.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
I'm Mike Rogers, and I approve this message. My wife Beth and I are proud graduates of Jacksonville State University. Our time in school at JSU gave us not only a wonderful education, but a college experience that helped mold us into the people we are today. Jax State is known for its outstanding academic and athletic programs and a beautiful campus. I'm proud to support JSU, and I hope all the students, teachers, faculty, and alumni will join me in cheering Go Gamecocks, paid for by Mike Rogers for Congress.
Get hurt in the game? We tough it out. Feel exhausted? We push on. Feeling down? We pull ourselves up by the bootstraps. But there are times when bootstraps aren't enough. When stress gets to us and we need to talk to someone about what we're really going through. So we're going to reach out, because sometimes mental health is not a one-person job. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
In the early hours after the tsunami, it was ham radio that was on the air, saving lives. When Florida was ripped by hurricanes, the hams were there. In the critical moments after the attack of 9/11, it was the hams who coordinated emergency messages. When disasters strike, the hams are ready. Ham radio works when other communications don't. To learn how you can become a ham radio operator, call the ARRL, the National Association for Amateur Radio, at 1-800-326-3942.
Back inside the Pete Matthews Coliseum, where Sam Houston leads Jax State 7-4 in our women's basketball contest. Sam Houston has started the game 3 for 10 from the field. Jax State 2 of 6 from the field. Turnovers 3 by the Gamecocks, 0 by Sam Houston. And again, that is where Sam Houston has excelled this season. They force an average of 25 turnovers per contest. That is second best nationally. Taking a look while we have a quick moment at the Alabama Power scoreboard in Conference USA action. New Mexico State, with a minute left in the second quarter, has a 2-point lead over Liberty, 30-28 in Lynchburg. The opponent on Saturday for Jax State trails the opponent on Saturday for Sam Houston. Kennesaw State 31, La Tech 28 with 1:31 to go in the second quarter over in Georgia. It's Sam Houston basketball in the half court coming out of the media timeout. 4:15 remaining in the quarter. Jax State fans wanted to travel as the basketball goes to Khalees Grant. She hands off to Nyla Inman, who jump passes to the baseline for Esther Rondeyer. Jumper goes awry, and the rebound picked up by Asia Barclay of Jax State. Here's Elsie Harris kicking out to the top of the key to Clara Gonzalez-Pinella. Barclay drives right side, drop step, pivots, jump pass to the corner. Catch and release, triple by Maya Barnes, won't go. Defensive rebound picked up by Nyla Inman, the 6-foot junior from Tyler, Texas. Khalees Grant, 5'7" sophomore from Cedar Hill, Texas. Goes to the top of the key to Deborah Ogayami. Rondeyer. Rodeyer goes to the top of the key on the pass to Whitney Dunn. Dunn has her pocket picked by Planella. Sam Houston maintains possession with 5 to shoot. Grant trying to back down Harris. She's tied up. And the jump ball will go to the Gamecocks. So JSU able to force the first turnover of the game. Fonta Kone back into the lineup for Raven Justice. She replaces Esther Rodeyer. And Grant to the bench as well. Nearly had a bench minor for you hockey fans out there. Too many men on the ice. And Sam Houston able to steal the inbound and score. Whitney Dunn able to pick it up. Now here comes that chaos defense, the full court press. It's what they did well to take the lead the last time these two teams played. And now Maya Barnes brings it across with her team down 5. Runs into Asia Barclay. And a big collision. Barclay still down after Inman was called for the foul. Barclay on all fours just now getting to her feet. Actually still down on a knee. Did see her give a thumbs up. Elsie Harris heads to the bench along with Maya Barnes. Into the game for the first time, Valentina Saric, a 6'2" redshirt sophomore from Los Altos, California. And also Kiara Thornsberry, a 5'7" freshman guard from Pikeville, Kentucky. Inman heads to the bench for Sam Houston. Kylie McGuire into the game. And Barclay able to remain in the contest after taking that big hit from Inman. Thornsberry looks to the right side. And they say the ball was tipped out of bounds. Asia Barclay signaled pretty quick that the ball would stay with Jax State, and it does. Shaquise May inbounds to Kiara Thornsberry. Thornsberry has it drawn loose into the Sam Houston bench. Once again, possession will stay with the Gamecocks. 2:45 to play, but just 6 to shoot as Jax State trails 9-4. May to inbound. Valentina Saric, Kiara Thornsberry, Asia Barclay, and Clara Gonzalez-Panella. Now Clara says, I'll take it out. And Gonzalez-Panella will now trigger the inbound. Referee trying to get the whistle situated. I think the lanyard might have come undone from her whistle. And she's lost the lanyard, just going to have to go without. Quick inbound comes in. Gonzalez-Planella gets it back. Saric with 3, goes up with the left is short. Rebound pulled down by Kylie McGuire of Sam Houston. Running the near side, Fonta Kone. Kone into the lane, great bounce pass right side. Ogayami goes up and lays it in. Great take by Deborah Ogayami, as she now has 4 in the contest, and the Sam Houston lead is 7. Saric, the ball was never legally touched, so she's called for the violation on the inbound. And once again, a turnover forced by Sam Houston, pressuring the inbound in the backcourt. Saric out. And it's like returning to the lineup is Maya Barnes. Jumper from the right side doesn't go. Asia Barclay pulls down the defensive board for Jax State, which trails by 7 with 2:09 to play in the first quarter. Maya Barnes looks right wing to Clara Gonzalez-Planella. Gonzalez-Planella off the Barclay screen. Goes back inside to Asia, who goes up uncontested with the right-handed layup and scores. Asia Barclay's first basket of the game, and the Gamecocks get the ball back as they overthrow Deborah Ogayami on the pass in the paint. Deficit is 5 for Jax State, but pressure coming from the Bearcats. Thornsberry gets it ahead to Asia Barclay, who crosses midcourt. Barclay gave up the dribble. They try and trap, and they're able to get it away to Gonzalez-Planella. Clara from the right wing, match up against Sydney Kemp. 95 seconds remaining in the quarter, and Gonzalez-Planella decked at the top of the key. Third foul against Sam Houston in this first quarter. It's the first against Sydney Kemp. Whitney Dunn subs back into Raven Justice's lineup. Sydney Kemp to the bench. Jax State will have a sideline inbound in the half court from our vantage point across from the benches. Thornsberry has the pass taken away from her by Fonta Kone, and it will be an and one as Kone converts the layup, and the infraction goes against Kiara Thornsberry. The freshman from Pikeville, Kentucky picks up her first and the team's fourth of the first quarter. Elsie Harris back into the Gamecock lineup, replacing Thornsberry. And a chance at an old-fashioned three-point play by Kone. Khalees Grant back into the Sam Houston lineup. She replaces Whitney Dunn. Kone, a 66% free throw shooter. Hits it hard off the heel of the rim. And a foul going against Sam Houston's Kylie McGuire on the loose basketball. First against McGuire. Fourth against the Bearcats. Asia Barclay receives the inbound, looks to the near side. Set up for Elsie Harris. Pass tipped and stolen away by Asia Ward-Strong. Down the center of the floor. Ward to the rim, lays it up and good. 15-6, Sam Houston matches their biggest lead of the contest. Or is their biggest lead of the contest. Elsie Harris across midcourt with help from Asia Barclay. Now it's Clara Gonzalez-Planella at the top of the key. Crosses over, works the right side, throws the pass to an unsuspecting Asia Barclay, and it's into the hands of Deborah Ogayami. Grant, left elbow jumper, dies on the back of the rim. Offensive rebound by Ogayami, and she will go to the line. 16.2 offensive rebounds per game by Sam Houston. That's already 3 in the contest. However, no second chance points by the Bearcats off of those 3 offensive rebounds. That may change here with Ogayami at the free throw line. Ogayami, a 69.6% free throw shooter, second best on the roster. Only Sydney Kemp is better at 87.5%, and that one goes awry. Little unconventional mechanic by Ogayami. It looks almost like a jump shot. Spreads her feet and then takes a step to the left and fires up the shot while projecting herself upwards. Makes the second to give Sam Houston the first double-digit lead of this game at 16-6. Under 40 seconds to go. In the half court for the Gamecocks is Elsie Harris. Step back, long left wing, triple doesn't go. Offensive board, Eden Sample, who just checked into the game. 21 to play, 19 to shoot. Harris trying to give herself some space, goes to Barclay on the pick and roll. Pivots, dribbles, hands off to Shaquise May. May to Barclay, 18-footer, short. Rebound picked up by Asia Ward-Strong of Sam Houston. 7 seconds left in the quarter. They look right baseline. Ogayami tied up with 3. Goes up at the buzzer. It's good. And Sam Houston will have an 18-6 lead to start the second quarter and the basketball. So it's Bearcats 18, Gamecocks 6 after 10 minutes of play here at the Pete Matthews Coliseum. We'll step aside for a timeout and come back with the second quarter. You're listening to Jax State Women's Basketball on the Gamecock Sports Network.
At JSU, school spirit is in the air. At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're giving our customers the opportunity to show their school spirit every day with our JSU Spirit Debit Card. We've designed a unique card for the JSU Gamecocks that includes the school logo. So every time you use the card, you're showing your school spirit. Come in to get your Gamecock Spirit Debit Card today. We've got spirit. Go Gamecocks! F&M Bank. Service, solutions, and strength. Member FDIC.
From our home base right here in Birmingham, Alabama.
We are here,
treating patients from every generation,
across the United States,
and from around the world.
As respected industry leaders,
we are here,
working hard for you in an effort to provide you with
excellence in sports medicine,
excellence in research and education,
and excellence in sports injury prevention.
We are here for you, aggressively pursuing
victory over injury.
Learn more at andrewsportsmedicine.com.
Whether it's family for dinner or game time, it's time for Johnson's Giant Foods Deli. All you have to do is drop by Johnson's Giant Foods and grab whatever you want, hot and ready to go. Chicken salad and chicken fingers to die for. Savory ribs, salad, dessert, you name it. It's waiting for you and your family or friends. Johnson's Giant Foods with 5 locations in Gadsden, Atala, Jacksonville, and Coldwater.
Hey, Rick from Rick and Bubba for Big Time Entertainment. I'm talking 70,000 square feet of indoor and outdoor entertainment for the whole family. Putt-putt, bowling, 2-story laser tag arena, a large arcade with a one-of-a-kind elevated ninja challenge course above the arcade, and the indoor go-kart arena provides a truly unique karting experience. Group discounts and birthday party options are available. Big Time Entertainment, easy to find, right off I-20 at exit 185, Oxford, Alabama.
One quarter in the books here at the Pete Matthews Coliseum, where Sam Houston has an 18-6 lead over Jax State. Taking a look at some of the Amherst numbers of the game after 10 minutes of play. Sam Houston, 8 of 17 from the field, 47%. The Gamecocks, 3 of 11, 27%, and have missed all 3 of their three-point attempts. Sam Houston also 0 from three-point land on their 4 three-point attempts. They are 2 of 6 at the free throw line. The Gamecocks have yet to get to the charity stripe. 18-6 our score to start the second quarter as Sam Houston has the lead and the basketball. On the floor for the Bearcats is Asia Ward-Strong, Fonta Kone, Kylie McGuire, Deborah Ogayemi, and Whitney Dunn. The orange and black in the half court. Kone's pass is swatted down by Barclay. Somehow Kone able to get it back, and then Elsie Harris called for a foul. Elsie Harris called for her first and the team's first of the second quarter. Kone triggers the inbound to Ward at the top of the key, who's picked up by Shaquise May in the man-to-man defense. Fonta Kone driving from the top of the key into the lane. Deborah Ogayemi, like clockwork, goes up and lays it in. Ogayemi now with 9 in the game. And Rick Petrie has to burn a timeout against the all-court pressure applied by Sam Houston. So the Gamecocks have called their first timeout of the contest. It's a 30. It becomes our immediate timeout. 9:33 to go in the second. It's Sam Houston 20, Jax State 6.
Put your phone on D&D. That means do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always sing with me. So put your phone on D&D. That means do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always remember this beat.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
I'm Mike Rogers, and I approve this message. My wife Beth and I are proud graduates of Jacksonville State University. Our time in school at JSU gave us not only a wonderful education, but a college experience that helped mold us into the people we are today. Jax State is known for its outstanding academic and athletic programs and a beautiful campus. I'm proud to support JSU, and I hope all the students, teachers, faculty, and alumni will join me in cheering Go Gamecocks. Paid for by Mike Rogers for Congress.
Get hurt in the game? We tough it out. Feel exhausted? We push on. Feeling down? We pull ourselves up by the bootstraps. But there are times when bootstraps aren't enough. When stress gets to us and we need to talk to someone about what we're really going through. So we're going to reach out, because sometimes mental health is not a one-person job. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
In the early hours after the tsunami, it was ham radio that was on the air, saving lives. When Florida was ripped by hurricanes, the hams were there. In the critical moments after the attack of 9/11, it was the hams who coordinated emergency messages. When disasters strike, the hams are ready. Ham radio works when other communications don't. To learn how you can become a ham radio operator, call the ARRL, the National Association for Amateur Radio, at 1-800-326-3942.
27 seconds into the second quarter, the Gamecocks have to burn their first time out of the contest, trying to figure out this Sam Houston all-court pressure that they've applied. Gamecocks have turned it over 8 times in the first 10 minutes and 27 seconds of this contest. 2 turnovers by Sam Houston. Gamecocks have struggled a little bit in the half court as well, shooting 27% to start the game. Neither team has made a three-pointer at this point. So the Gamecocks break the huddle with Eden Sample, Shaquise May, Elsie Harris, Maya Barnes, and Asia Barclay against all court pressure applied by Sam Houston. Barnes to inbound. Harris receives it. Everybody else clears out. It's Harris one-on-one in the backcourt with Kone, and she breaks the timeline with 4 seconds to spare. Harris coast to coast. The layup rolls off the front of the rim. Rebound picked up by Kylie McGuire of the Bearcats. Kone One-on-one against Harris on the left wing. Off the McGuire screen. Kone hands off right wing to Whitney Dunn. Dunn stopped to the left elbow by Harris. Goes to Ogayemi at the right elbow. 13 to shoot. Fonta Kone. Kone drives left side of the lane. Wide open Dunn. Left corner three. Air balls it long. Guess what? Ogayemi on the offensive glass. Right side jumper by McGuire from 19 doesn't go. Another offensive rebound. Whitney Dunn to the top of the key to Asia Ward. To the near side to Kone. Fires it into the lane. It deflects into the hands of Ogayemi with 10 to shoot. Kone against Asia Barclay. Left-handed layup finds its way home. Fonta Kone with 4. And finally, the offensive rebounds yield second chance points. 22-6 in favor of Sam Houston. 8:23 remaining in the second quarter. Elsie Harris from the right wing, cut off by Kone. Ball to the left side for Shaquise May. Hands off to Maya Barnes. Barnes trying to drive the left side of the lane, goes up and scores. Maya Barnes with her first basket of the contest, 22-8. Now it's Ogayemi tied up underneath in a triple team. Ogayemi trying to spin her way out of it and is called for a 3-second violation. Third turnover of the game by Sam Houston. Shaquise May to the bench for Jax State. Clara Gonzalez-Panella back into the contest. Sam Houston will make a lineup change as well. Sydney Kemp back into the game for Raven Justice's team. Kylie McGuire checks out. Also Fonta Kone to the bench. And looks like Nyla Inman back into the game. From left to right goes Elsie Harris setting the offense. She's seeing an extended role today in the absence of Samaya Steele, who's out with an illness. Eden Sample working the right side, cut off by Ogayemi. Pull-up jumper from the top of the key by Asia Barclay doesn't go. Defensive board by Nyla Inman, the 6-foot junior from Tyler, Texas, and Kilgore College. Ward from the left side for Sam Houston. Inman pivots into the lane, turnaround jumper rattled out. Defensive board, Eden Sample of Jax State. 22-8 Sam Houston, 7:20 remaining in the second quarter. Elsie Harris from the right wing off the Barclay screen, working back to her left, into the left corner. Barnes for 3, airballed it, and it's saved by Inman into the hands of Barclay, who forces it up and scores. Asia Barclay with 4 to go along with 3 rebounds. Deficit down to 12. Sydney Kemp in the half court for the Bearcats. Pass deflected into the hands of Elsie Harris. Harris working the right side against her numerical counterpart, Asia Ward Strong, number 5 for Sam Houston. 6 3/4 left in the second. Harris trying to drive the left side of the lane. Her layup falls off the right side of the iron, but she heads to the free throw line for 2. Asia Ward picks up the foul, the 5'10 senior from Dallas. That's her first and the first against Sam Houston here in the second. Nyla Inman to the bench. Kylie McGuire right back into the game. Maya Barnes to the bench for JSU. She's replaced by Valentina Saric, number 14. Harris to the line for 2. Elsie, 3 slow dribbles. Free throw bounced out. 6 of 22 at the line this season. She started the game against Western Kentucky. That was her 18th career start. And the redshirt senior from Mobile with 1 more. Spent time at Mississippi Gulf Coast before coming to Jax State. That one swished. 22-11 as Elsie Harris has 3 in the game. Gamecocks 2 of 5 from the field and 1 of 2 from the free throw line in this quarter. Sam Houston 2 of 5 from the field, have not been to the free throw line in this quarter. At the top of the key, it's Asia Ward. Drives cut off into the right corner for Kylie McGuire, who travels. 5th turnover of the game for Sam Houston, 3rd of this quarter. Gamecocks turned it over 8 times in the first quarter. They have, knock on wood, yet to turn it over here in the second against the team that has forced the second most turnovers in NCAA women's basketball, and Sam Houston at 25 a game. And here's Kiera Thornsberry going coast to coast and hitting the basket to lay it in. Thornsberry's first of the game. back to a 9-point deficit at 22-13 with 6 minutes to go in the second. Asia Ward pushed off, and Eden Sample called for the foul. First against Sample, second against the Gamecocks. 6:02 to go in the second quarter of this one. Kylie McGuire from the right side to Fonta Kone. Kone trying to drive. She decks Kiera Thornsberry, but Thornsberry did not beat her to the spot. So, Kiera Thornsberry picking up her second. Inbounding is Fonta Kone. 20 to shoot, 5:56 to play. Basketball comes into Asia Ward. Ward gives it right side to Kone. Thornsberry giving her some room to work. Off the screen, she got decked. McGuire sent her spilling, and McGuire called for the illegal screen. McGuire called for her second, and the team's third. Correction, that is their second. So the inbound pass comes in to Kiera Thornsberry. 5:40 to go in the quarter. Has a screen from Barclay at midcourt to break the timeline. Thornsberry in the half court working against Kone on the left wing. Gives up the dribble, gives to Saric. Left wing triple goes off the top of the backboard and is into the hands of Deborah Ogayeme. Ogayeme pulling down her third rebound of the game officially. Ogayeme in the lane. Kicks out to the near side to Dunn, and she knocked over Gonzalez Planella and is called for the offensive foul. Dunn called for her second and team's third with 5:16 to go in the quarter. Asia Ward back into the game, replacing Whitney Dunn. Valentina Saric to inbound to Kiera Thornsberry. See if the Gamecocks can stand up to the physicality that they've faced here in these last few minutes of play. Thornsberry lost the dribble, stuck at the left elbow, finds Saric on the wing. 5 minutes to play until halftime. The deficit is 9. Saric tied up by Ogayeme. Arrow keeps the ball with the Jax State. Just under 5 to go in the second. Eden Sample, the 5'10 redshirt junior from Sewanee, Georgia, to inbound. Kiera Thornsberry matched up against Fonta Kone. Spin move to get away from her. Gets to the left block. She's tied up on the shot. It's knocked out of bounds, staying with the Gamecocks. A 7-0 run for the Gamecocks over the last 3:19. A chance to make it 10-0. The three ball is off the mark by Saric, and the rebound tracked down by Fonta Kone. Kone against Gonzalez Planella. Crossover back to the left side. Kone backs out, looks in the lane. Barclay knocks away the pass. Barclay able to come away with the steal. 2-on-1 break. Barclay shuffles inside. Sample scores. 9-0 run. Timeout Bearcats. It comes with 4:28 to go in the second and a 30-second timeout taken by Raven Justice as the Gamecocks have scored the last 9 points of this game, and Sam Houston has turned it over 6 times in the last 4 minutes and 10 seconds. So the Gamecocks have dialed it up offensively, turning defense into offense, and now are within 7 with 4:28 to go in the second quarter. The first horn has sounded. Again, Sam Houston trying to win their third in their last 4 games. Jax State trying to end a 4-game losing streak. Gamecocks are playing in the Pete Matthews Coliseum for the first time since January the 25th when they beat New Mexico State by 4. They'll be back at home again on Saturday against La Tech. 2:30 start right here at the Pete Matthews Coliseum. Fonte in the half court for Sam Houston. Loose basketball drawn loose by Sample and scooped up by Maya Barnes. Sample to Thornsberry to Sample. Rejected by McGuire. But they call a foul. McGuire has picked up her third. So now things are going to get interesting for the Bearcats, which led this game by 16 with 8:38 to go in this quarter. So 4 minutes and 26 seconds ago, this was a 16-point game at 22-6. It is now 22-15, and free throws coming up for Eden Sample. Sample just north of 3.5 points per game. Free throw on the way and good. 68% at the line this season for the redshirt junior from Sewanee, Georgia. A chance to make it a 5-point game, and does. Gamecocks an 11-0 run. Sam Houston hasn't scored in 4 minutes and 22 seconds. The last time they scored, it was to take a 16-point lead. Kemp from the left wing. Sidney cut off by Gonzalez Planella. Now it's Kone from the wing. Getting away from Barclay. She deflects the pass. It's knocked out of bounds, but will stay with the Bearcats. 3:51 left until halftime. Khalees Grant is into the lineup, a 5'7" sophomore from Cedar Hill, Texas. Kone to the bench. 3:51 to play, 8 to shoot. Driving from the right side is Ward Strong. 2 seconds and 1. Grant not able to get the shot off. Shot clock violation. The 8th turnover by the Bearcats of this quarter. The 10th of the contest. Kone right back into the game, replacing Grant. Raven Justice starting to get a little frustrated. The 2004 graduate of USAO in Oklahoma. 3:36 remaining in the second. 22-17. Thornsberry make it 22-19. Kira Thornsberry with 4. 13-0 run. Fonte Kone at the top of the key. Now it's Ward. Back to Kone on the right wing. Gamecocks really dialed in on defense as Kemp runs into Kone at the point. 10 to shoot. To the left baseline to Nyla Inman. Loose basketball. Scoop back up by Inman with 5. Kone hesitates. Top of the key. Kone gets it back for the 17-footer from the wing, and she buries it. Ends the 13-0 run. The drought lasted just over 5 minutes. Now Thornsberry against all-court pressure. Has help from Barnes. Feeds it ahead. Clara Gonzalez-Pinella sent to the floor. Scoops it back up. She's tied up. Ogayemi pulls it away for Sam Houston with 2:40 to play in the second. Gonzalez-Pinella slow to get up at the other end. Power play for Sam Houston. Kone, wild shot won't go. Ogayemi's put back, rejected by Eden Sample. 2:27 left. 5-point lead for Sam Houston. Jax State with the basketball. Sample in the half court. Sample crosses over. Ogayemi able to draw it loose. It's stolen by Asia Ward. Uncontested left-handed layup is good. And just like that, Sam Houston has made it a 26-19 lead. Coming up on 2 minutes to play in the second. Gamecocks were back within 4 after trailing by 16. Used a 13-0 run, and Thornsberry's going to the line. Kone fouled her on the way to the basket. Sam Houston over the limit in this period. And Clara Gonzalez-Pinella will head to the bench. Back into the game is Shaquise May. Thornsberry at the line, 2 of 3 from the field in this contest. Playing with 2 fouls in 6 minutes. Thornsberry had 7 off the bench the last time these two teams played, and has 5 in the first half. 1:57 left in the second. 2-possession game at 26-20. Thornsberry makes it a 5-point game. Elsie Harris back in. Kiara Thornsberry to the bench. And gets a nod of approval from head coach Rick Petrie as she heads to the bench. Some good minutes turned in by 21 Kiara Thornsberry. 105 seconds until the intermission. Sam Houston with a 5-point lead and the ball. From the right side, it's Nyla Inman. Hands off to Afonta Kone at the point. Kone back to Ward. Asia Ward cut off. Tries to Euro step her way to the rim. Off the backboard. Rebound pulled down by Shaquise May. The Gamecocks nearly turned it away. Harris across midcourt. Left side triple. Maya Barnes. Nothing but net. 2-point game with 75 seconds to go in the second. Gamecocks have turned it around since trailing by 16. It's a 2-point contest. They've made each of their last 3 shots, including a big triple from Barnes on the last possession. Kone, a good left-handed layup from the wing. Back to a 4-point lead, 55 seconds remaining. Elsie Harris off the screen by Barclay. Harris gets the block. Harris gives up the dribble. Eden Sample looking at Barclay. Left elbow jumper, rims hard off the back of the rim. Offensive board, but then turned over by May. The errant dribble went right into the hands of Nyla Inman. Inman, spinorama move. Ball knocked out of bounds and stolen away. Good defense by Maya Barnes, and then Eden Sample scoops it up. Here's Barclay down the center of the floor. About a 1.5 second difference between game clock and shot clock. Sample tied up. She wanted the foul and didn't get it. Nyla Inman comes up with the loose ball for Sam Houston. 15 seconds to go in the second quarter. Shot clock is off. The Bearcats with a big opportunity here. They can extend it to a 6 or 7-point lead, and they get the ball to start the third quarter. Ogayemi lays it in, and they will take a 30-24 lead into the locker room. It will be Bearcat basketball to start the third quarter. So the Gamecocks trailed by 16 with 8:38 left in the period, but trailed by just 6 to start the third. We'll step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we'll come back with our Chick-fil-A of Jacksonville halftime report. You're listening to Jax State Women's Basketball on the Gamecocks Sports Network.
At JSU, school spirit is in the air. At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're giving our customers the opportunity to show their school spirit every day with our JSU Spirit Debit Card. We've designed a unique card for the JSU Gamecocks that includes the school logo. So every time you use the card, you're showing your school spirit. Come in to get your Gamecock Spirit Debit Card today. We've got spirit. Go Gamecocks! F&M Bank. Service, solutions, and strength. Member FDIC.
From our home base right here in Birmingham, Alabama.
We are here.
Treating patients from every generation.
Across the United States.
And from around the world.
As respected industry leaders,
we are here.
Working hard for you. In an effort to provide you with
excellence in sports medicine.
Excellence in research and education.
And excellence in sports injury prevention.
We are here for you, aggressively pursuing
victory over injury.
Learn more at andrewsportsmedicine.com.
Whether it's family for dinner or game time, it's time for Johnson's Giant Foods Deli. All you have to do is drop by Johnson's Giant Foods and grab whatever you want hot and ready to go. Chicken salad and chicken fingers to die for. Savory ribs, salad, dessert, you name it. It's waiting for you and your family or friends. Johnson's Giant Foods with 5 locations in Gadsden, Atala, Jacksonville, and Coldwater.
Hey, Rick from Rick and Bubba for Big Time Entertainment. I'm talking 70,000 square feet of indoor and outdoor entertainment for the whole family. Putt-putt, bowling, 2-story laser tag arena, a large arcade with a one-of-a-kind elevated ninja challenge course above the arcade, and the indoor go-kart arena provides a truly unique karting experience. Group discounts and birthday party options are available. Big Time Entertainment, easy to find, right off I-20 at exit 185, Oxford, Alabama.
After 20 minutes of play, it is Sam Houston with a 30-24 lead over Jacksonville State. We welcome you into the halftime report presented by Chick-fil-A of Jacksonville. What's better than game day with the Gamecocks? Game day with the Gamecocks and a Chick-fil-A nugget tray. Order online today for JSU's next home game. Chick-fil-A of Jacksonville, located at 500 Pelham Road South, proud partners of JSU Athletics. Let's take a look at the halftime stats presented by Amherst. The big key for Jax State was the second quarter, in which they went 6 of 14 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, and 5 of 6 at the free throw line. Made quite a dent in what was a 16-point deficit, as they outscored Sam Houston 18-12 in that second quarter after trailing 18-6 after the first. First, the numbers for Sam Houston. Deborah Ogayemi played all 20 minutes of the first half and leads all scorers with 11 points and has 4 rebounds with 3 on the offensive glass. Nyla Inman has 4 rebounds to go along with 1 steal. 8 points for Fonta Kone to go along with 4 rebounds and 4 assists. Whitney Dunn with 6 points and a rebound along with a steal. Off the bench, Asia Ward-Strong, 5 points and 2 rebounds. Sam Houston, 14 of 30 from the field, 0 of 5 from 3, and just 2 of 6 at the free throw line. For Jacksonville State, Brianna Rhodes, 0 of 3 from the field with no points. Maya Barnes, 5 points on 2 of 5 shooting, 1 of 4 from 3, 2 rebounds, and 1 blocked shot. Maria Sanchez Ponce, 1 of 1 from the field, 2 points and a rebound. She is playing with 2 fouls. Shaquise May with 1 rebound and 1 personal foul. She also drew a foul. Elsie Harris with 3 points on 1 of 3 shooting with an assist and a rebound. The bench has been big, as Asia Barclay has chipped in 4 points on 2 of 5 shooting. Eden Sample with 4 points on 1 of 2 shooting, making both free throw attempts. And Kiera Thornsberry with a team-high 6 points off the bench, 2 of 3 from the field, 2 of 2 at the free throw line, and has really made a difference for the Gamecocks, turning some great minutes there towards the end of the second quarter. Jax State, 9 of 25 from the field, 1 of 7 from 3, and 5 of 6 at the free throw line. That could be the difference, as Sam Houston has started to fall into some foul troubles, with Kylie McGuire with 3 and Whitney Dunn with 2. Rebound are somehow even. Sam Houston, 5 offensive and 12 defensive. Jax State, 4 offensive and 13 defensive rebounds. Each team with 2 second chance points, 4 fast break points, and 9 turnovers. Correction, the turnover number adjusted, 11 turnovers by Jax State, 10 for Sam Houston, as Sam Houston turned it over 9 times in that second quarter alone. Each team with 9 points off of those turnovers. We'll step aside for another timeout. We'll come back with more of our Chick-fil-A of Jacksonville halftime show. You're listening to Jax State women's basketball on the Gamecock Sports Network.
You know that feeling when you're doing what you love? You're in the zone, truly and fully alive, lost in thought. You know what you're not thinking about? Insurance. That's where Alpha comes in. Alpha handles all things insurance, so you're free to do anything. So get out there and live your best life. Whatever your thing is, we've got you covered. That's life with Alpha Insurance. Visit alphainsurance.com to learn more.
Sports not only bring us together, they inspire us on our own health journeys. Whether we're walking an extra lap, crushing a new goal, or spending time with friends cheering in the stands, we all win when we feel healthier and happier. That's why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama is a proud sponsor of athletic programs across the state. Because a healthier Alabama is a happier Alabama. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama. We cover what matters.
Eli Gold here. Ready for a winning drive? Go see my friends at Cooper Chevy Buick. Choose from hundreds of new Chevys and Buicks, including a great selection of Car Bravo certified used. Score big with low finance rates and ask about their guaranteed credit approval program. Get top dollar for your trade, no matter the yardage. Your road to victory starts today at Cooper Chevrolet Buick in Anniston or online cooperchevrolet.com, official sponsor of JSU Athletics.
Your local Grub Mart store is the home to many savings opportunities for you. Step inside and take advantage of weekly in-store specials, including 2-for-1 deals. Grab a bag of ice every day, just 99 cents. Join the Marathon Rewards program for fuel rewards and store discounts. And also, you can get the Young Oil Super Saver card, which gives you fuel discounts. Remember, when you're paying for your gasoline at the pump, they have the most secure credit transaction in the industry. 13 stores across Northeast and Central Alabama and new locations coming soon. Visit a Grub Mart store today.
Pete Matthews Coliseum in Jacksonville, Alabama, playing host to tonight's women's basketball game. Conference USA action. Sam Houston with a 30-24 lead over the Gamecocks after 20 minutes of play. Taking a look elsewhere on the Alabama Power scoreboard in Conference USA, 8:55 to go in the fourth quarter in Lynchburg. Liberty with a 45-41 lead over New Mexico State. About to start the fourth quarter across the state line, La Tech with a 51-49 lead over Kennesaw State. Jacksonville State will host La Tech on Saturday. Kennesaw State will host Sam Houston on Saturday. A final from earlier, FIU an 83-66 winner over UTEP. Bedrova leading the way for UTEP with 15. Fleta Robles with 20 points for the Panthers in the winning effort. In Huntsville, a tie game on the men's side between these two teams. Jax State 29, Sam Houston 29. It's like a pretty balanced scoring effort thus far by Jax State. Leading the way for JSU in that contest was Marcellus Brigham Jr. with 7, going 3 of 6 from the field. We'll step aside for another timeout, and we'll come back and get you started, get you ready to start the second half of play between Jax State and Sam Houston. You're listening to Jax State Women's Basketball on the Gamecocks Sports Network.
At JSU, school spirit is in the air. At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're giving our customers the opportunity to show their school spirit every day with our JSU Spirit Debit Card. We've designed a unique card for the JSU Gamecocks that includes the school logo. So every time you use the card, you're showing your school spirit. Come in to get your Gamecock Spirit Debit Card today. We've got spirit. Go Gamecocks! F&M Bank, service, solutions, and strength. Member FDIC.
From our home base right here in Birmingham, Alabama.
We are here.
Treating patients from every generation.
Across the United States.
And from around the world.
As respected industry leaders.
We are here.
Working hard for you. In an effort to provide you with
excellence in sports medicine.
Excellence in research and education.
And excellence in sports injury prevention.
We are here for you. Aggressively pursuing
victory over injury.
Learn more at andrewsportsmedicine.com.
Whether it's family for dinner or game time, it's time for Johnson's Giant Foods Deli. All you have to do is drop by Johnson's Giant Foods and grab whatever you want hot and ready to go. Chicken salad and chicken fingers to die for. Savory ribs, salad, dessert, you name it. It's waiting for you and your family or friends. Johnson's Giant Foods with 5 locations in Gadsden, Atala, Jacksonville, and Coldwater.
Hey, Rick from Rick and Bubba for Big Time Entertainment. I'm talking 70,000 square feet of indoor and outdoor entertainment for the whole family. Putt-putt, bowling, 2-story laser tag arena, a large arcade with a one-of-a-kind elevated ninja challenge course above the arcade, and the indoor go-kart arena provides a truly unique karting experience. Group discounts and birthday party options are available. Big Time Entertainment, easy to find, right off I-20 at exit 185, Oxford, Alabama.
Sam Houston leading Jax State 30-24 at halftime here at the Pete Matthews Coliseum. Our halftime report is presented by Chick-fil-A of Jacksonville. What's better than game day with the Gamecocks? Game day with the Gamecocks and a Chick-fil-A nugget tray. Order online today for JSU's next home game, Chick-fil-A of Jacksonville, located at 500 Pelham Road South, proud partners of JSU Athletics. Taking a look ahead at other Gamecock teams in action tomorrow, the third-ranked bowling team will be in Jonesboro, Arkansas for the Arkansas State Midwinter Invitational. That will take place Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Track and field will be in Nashville at the Music City Classic. Men's tennis will be, and the women's tennis team will both be in Statesboro, Georgia to take on Georgia Southern and Stetson this weekend. It is opening day for Steve Beezer's baseball team tomorrow as they host a twin bill against Oakland University starting at 1 p.m. The schedule on Saturday has the rifle team at Memphis. Softball will open up their season after being postponed on Wednesday. Or rather, they will not open up the season. They got an action last week in Jacksonville. They will take on Memphis on Saturday in Louisiana. Baseball will take on Oakland at 1 p.m. Women's basketball team will be right back in action here against La Tech at 2:30. The men's basketball team on the road at La Tech with a 3 o'clock start. Softball will also take on Northwestern State. Sunday, the rifle team will be in Oxford, Mississippi to take on Murray State. Softball will face Memphis and Northwestern State once again. And the women's tennis team will face Georgia State. And baseball will close out its 4-game opening weekend series with Oakland University. To stay up to date on all Gamecock athletics, log on to jaxstatesports.com. Our halftime report presented by Chick-fil-A of Jacksonville. We'll take one more look at our Alabama Power scoreboard. Top 25 action. Duke on the road, 13th ranked Blue Devils, a 72-47 leader over Wake Forest. Good one in Lexington, 3rd ranked Texas, a 57-45 leader over 8th ranked Kentucky. South Carolina cruising past Florida, 91-56 with 4:43 left in the 4th. So the final seconds winding down off of halftime as we get ready to start the third quarter. Sam Houston with a 6-point lead and the basketball to start the second half. Jax State in the Wear Pink, supporting breast cancer research. The all-pink uniforms on the floor for Rick Petrie's club are Elsie Harris, Maria Sanchez-Ponce, Maya Barnes, Asia Barclay, and Shaquise May. On the floor for Sam Houston to start the quarter, number 5, Asia Ward, along with Fonta Kone, Sydney Kemp, Deborah Ogayemi, and Whitney Dunn. It's Kone at the top of the key, looking to the right side. Ball now to Ward, who's guarded closely by Maya Barnes. Kone at the top of the key, working left side, and hands it off to Sydney Kemp. Kemp jump pass to the right wing. Ward crossover into the lane, stops, pivots. That ball partially deflected by Sanchez-Ponce, but still finds its way in. Ward scores, and it's an 8-point lead. 9:30 to play in the third. Elsie Harris sets the Jax State offense. Harris to the top of the key to Maya Barnes. Barnes dribbles to the near side, hands off to Maria Sanchez-Ponce. Ponce from the right wing to the top of the key. Barnes with 9 to shoot. Barnes at the left elbow. Tries to drive to the rim and does and scores. Maya Barnes with 7. And Jax State back within 6. Kemp on the left wing for the Bearcats. To Whitney Dunn. To Fonta Kone. Against Elsie Harris. Kone dribbles to the top of the key and hands off to Dunn, who's playing with 2 fouls. 10 to shoot. Sydney Kemp matched up against May. Kemp out to the far side. Kone, triple, too strong. Offensive board. Ogayemi, layup. Ogayemi. Ogayemi with 11. She leads all scorers. Has 4 rebounds. 5 rebounds. 4 on the offensive glass. Asia Barclay kicks to the near side. Into the corner. Ponce for three. Doesn't go. Offensive board. Elsie Harris. Her putback won't go. Sanchez Ponce tracks down the offensive board. In the left corner, her pass knocked out of bounds by Asia Ward. Substitution for Sam Houston. Esther Rodeyer replacing Asia Ward. 8:10 to play, 19 to shoot. Inbounding for Jax State is Shaquise May. Elsie Harris receives the inbound, matched up against Fonta Kone. Harris working the right side. Harris backs out on the wing with 9 to shoot and 8 to play. Tried to shuffle it to Barnes. Pass was disrupted. Barnes comes up with it with 4 to shoot. Back to Harris. Head fake. Throws up the off balance. Purge! She switches it! And one. It's a chance at a 4-point play as Harris was just trying to get the shot off. It went from trying to avoid a shot clock violation to a potential 4-point play. A free throw here from Harris could make it a 4-point game. Harris with 6. Make it 7. She swishes the free throw, and it's a 4-point game with 7:50 to play. 34-30. Third quarter action here at the Pete Matthews Coliseum. Fonta Kone in the half court, looking left side for Esther Rodeyer. Ball into the lane, knocked away from Ogayemi. Barclay, good hustle as she throws it off of Ogayemi and out of bounds. Possession to the Gamecocks, dressed all in pink. A three-pointer would make it a 1-point game, but here comes the all-court pressure. Pass deflected, but into the hands of Barnes. Barnes briefly lost the handle on it and finds Harris in the backcourt. They break the timeline with 3 to spare. Elsie Harris off the Barclay screen. Harris dribbles to the right elbow, cut off by Fonta Kone. Harris gave up the dribble, had it knocked loose, kicks back to the near side. Barnes catch and release, triple and rattles home! Maya Barnes into double figures. It's a 1-point game with 7:05 to go in the third. Gamecocks looking for a stop. Kone from the left side off the Dunn screen. Kone to the rim and one. Fouled by Asia Barclay. Rick Petrie sprints down the bench and gets Clara Gonzalez-Planella into the game. Asia Ward back into the Sam Houston lineup. Maria Sanchez Ponce to the bench. Barclay called for the foul. It is her first. A 1-point game to what could be a 4-point game, with Kone going to the line, but first another sub. Nyla Inman back in, replacing Sydney Kemp. Kone didn't get it. Rebounded by Clara Gonzalez-Planella. 3-point game. Jax State a chance to tie it with a triple. Gonzalez-Planella, layup off the front of the rim. Rebound pulled down by Nyla Inman of Sam Houston. Kone from the right wing, off the screen. Kone crossover into the lane and draws the foul. Clara Gonzalez-Planella, I think she thought their feet just got tied up incidentally. But free throws now coming up for Sam Houston. Fonta Kone making her way to the free throw line, where she's 0 for 2 today. Her team is 2 for 7 at the free throw line. Kone doesn't get it. 2 for 8 at the charity stripe. Still a 3-point game. Hardcore going to make it really tough on Kone, waving the rally towels to try and draw her attention. Kone didn't get him either. It rattled out into the hands of Clara Gonzalez-Planella. Gamecocks another opportunity to tie it. Crossover dribble by Harris. Has a screen from Barclay. Harris at the free throw line. Backs to the top of the key and hands off to Maya Barnes. Barnes into the lane. Throws the elbow. The layup is good. Maya Barnes with 12. It's a 1-point game with 6:09 to play in the third. Looking for a stop at the other end, and a foul called against Elsie Harris as the pass went to Nyla Inman. Whitney Dunn into the Sam Houston lineup. Heading to the bench is Esther Rodeyer, sophomore from Barcelona, a transfer from Siena. Kone, the junior from Mali, to inbound. Comes into Deborah Ogayami. Back to Kone. Kone drives baseline, cut off. Ogayami had the ball knocked away from her. Now Inman looking to the baseline. Ward shoves the player to the deck, and they call the block. She ran over Shaquise May, who's still slow to get up. Showing the replay on the video board. Did not look like May was set. The officials are going to talk. See if they go to the video board. See if they go to the replay. They will discuss with the table. 5:52 game clock. 1-point game. Jax State has been called for 4 fouls in the first 4 minutes and 8 seconds of the second half. At the free throw line is Asia Ward. Free throw off the back of the rim. Sam Houston is 0 for 4 at the line in the third quarter. They are 2 for 10 for the game. .338th nationally in free throw percentage. That one bounced out. Barclay the rebound for Jax State. Elsie Harris hands off to Barclay. Turnaround jumper at the elbow. Bingo. Jax State leads. 5:40 to go. Third quarter action. Fonta Kone from the wing. Matched up against Maya Barnes. Gamecocks have made 4 of their last 5 shots. Whitney Dunn matched up against Clara Gonzalez-Planella, and a steal at the top of the key by Maya Barnes. Ahead to Elsie Harris in a 3-on-3 break. Harris stops at the right block, pass deflected into the hands of Maya Barnes. Harris from the wing, picked up by Dunn. Now back to Barnes. She tries to drive, is tied up. Possession arrow stays with the Gamecocks. 5:09 to play in the third. Substitutions for Sam Houston. Sydney Kemp in, along with Kylie McGuire, who has 3 fouls in. Asia Ward to the bench, and Whitney Dunn to the bench. Gamecocks with a 1-point advantage, and the basketball. Gonzalez-Planella from the right wing, airballs the 3 long. Asia Barclay the rebound. Maya Barnes to the top of the key to Elsie Harris. To Shaquise May, who drives, baseline to Asia Barclay. 3 ball, left wing, Barnes doesn't go. Rebound tracked down by Nyla Inman of Sam Houston. Bearcats with the ball, down by a point. 4:45 remaining in the third quarter. Media timeout at the next stoppage. Nyla Inman hands off to Fonta Kone. Kone inside to Inman. Inman pivots, force up the shot, no. Asia Barclay the rebound for Jax State. Sam Houston with just their second missed shot of the third quarter so far from the field. Harris, fadeaway J from the middle of the lane, won't go. McGuire the defensive board for Sam Houston. Fonta Kone across midcourt, working the left side of the floor. Dribbles to her right, picked up by Barnes, cut off at the block. Loose basketball scooped up by Maya Barnes. Good defense help side by Maya Barnes to pick up Fonta Kone, but then they turn it over. Here's Kone matched up against Barclay. Fires top of the key, Ogayami. Kemp, triple, no. Long rebound, Barclay and Kone jockeying for it. Basketball stays with the Bearcats. 3:53 remaining in the third. Jax State, a 1-point leader over Sam Houston here at the Pete Matthews Coliseum. You're listening to Jax State Women's Basketball on the Gamecocks Sports Network.
You know that feeling when you're doing what you love? You're in the zone, truly and fully alive, lost in thought. You know what you're not thinking about? Insurance. That's where Alpha comes in. Alpha handles all things insurance, so you're free to do anything. So get out there and live your best life. Whatever your thing is, we've got you covered. That's life with Alpha Insurance. Visit alphainsurance.com to learn more.
Sports not only bring us together, they inspire us on our own health journeys. Whether we're walking an extra lap, crushing a new goal, or spending time with friends cheering in the stands, we all win when we feel healthier and happier. That's why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama is a proud sponsor of athletic programs across the state. Because a healthier Alabama is a happier Alabama. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama. We cover what matters.
Eli Gold here. Ready for a winning drive? Go see my friends at Cooper Chevy Buick. Choose from hundreds of new Chevys and Buicks, including a great selection of Car Bravo certified used. Score big with low finance rates and ask about their guaranteed credit approval program. Get top dollar for your trade, no matter the yardage. Your road to victory starts today at Cooper Chevrolet Buick in Anniston or online, cooperchevrolet.com, official sponsor of JSU Athletics.
Your local Grub Mart store is the home to many savings opportunities for you. Step inside and take advantage of weekly in-store specials, including 2-for-1 deals. Grab a bag of ice every day, just 99 cents. Join the Marathon Rewards program for fuel rewards and store discounts. And also, you can get the Young Oil Super Saver card, which gives you fuel discounts. Remember, when you're paying for your gasoline at the pump, they have the most secure credit transaction in the industry. 13 stores across Northeast and Central Alabama and new locations coming soon. Visit a Grub Mart store today.
Jax State a 37-36 leader over Sam Houston in our women's basketball game inside the Pete Matthews Coliseum tonight. Gamecocks here in the third quarter have outscored Sam Houston 13-6. They have forced 3 turnovers. The big key, though, is the Bearcats are 0 for 5 from the charity stripe in this quarter. They are 2 for 11 for the game at the free throw line. Again, Sam Houston shoots about as many free throws per game as anybody. They're 5th nationally in free throw attempts per game. However, they're 338th nationally in free throw percentage. Sam Houston ball coming out of the timeout. They're down a point. Fonta Kone, baseline inbound, brings it into Deborah Ogayemi. Ogayemi tries to take Barclay off the dribble right baseline. Force up the shot, no. Barclay the defensive board for Jax State. Elsie Harris trying to extend the 1-point lead as she dribbles down the center of the floor. Stops at the top of the key. Crossover against Kone. Hands off to Barclay. Thought about the rise and fire, now tries to back down Ogayemi. Out to the right wing. Shaquise May for 3. She banks it in. 4-point lead with 3:23 to play. Shaquise May's first basket of the game. Sydney Kemp at the top of the key, matched up against May. Kemp to the right side, Ogayemi. Gives her some space. Ogayemi now hands off to Kylie McGuire with 8 to shoot. Kemp matched up against Valentina Saric. Forced up the shot, doesn't get it to go. Rebound pulled down by Elsie Harris of Jax State. Pulls back, finds Clara Gonzalez-Pinella. Open look for 3 by Harris. Couldn't get that one to drop. Rebound goes out of bounds back to the Gamecocks as it was last touched by Fonta Kone. Asia Ward back in along with Nyla Inman. Sydney Kemp to the bench with Kylie McGuire for Sam Houston. 2:51 to play, 20 to shoot. Valentina Saric on the right wing, matched up against Inman. Elsie Harris, back to Saric. Saric gives up the dribble, pivots, hands back off to Harris with 7 to shoot. Elsie jump pass to the right side. Saric from 25, doesn't get it to go. Rebound pulled down by Asia Ward of Sam Houston. Ward accelerates down the right side of the floor, kicks into the corner to Fonta Kone. Wide open look, Deborah Ogayemi, she scores. Ogayemi with 15 to lead all scorers. 2-point game. Jax State with the ball and the lead. Crossover dribble. Harris kicks to the near side. 3 ball. Saric, nothing but net. 5th triple of the game for Jax State. Saric with 3. 2 minutes to play in the third. 5-point lead for Jax State. It is their biggest advantage of the contest. Rodeyer from the right wing matched up against Clara Gonzalez-Pinella. Barclay ties her up underneath. Fontacone stuck, kicks out to the left side. Jumper, air ball by Asia Ward, but the putback is good by Kone. 1:33 left in the third. 3-point lead for Jax State, which has the basketball right to left from our vantage point. Gamecocks wearing the all-pink uniforms. Rick Petrie sporting a pink tie tonight. As Barclay gets to the top of the key, her 17-footer won't go. Offensive rebound pulled down by Clara Gonzalez-Pinella, the junior from Barcelona, accelerating against Rodeyer, the sophomore from Barcelona. She gets the best of that matchup as the Bearcats come back the other way with a chance to tie it with their first triple of the game. Rodeyer from the wing, trying to go inside to Ogayemi. She decks Asia Barclay. Referee says Barclay flopped, and it's an easy bucket for Ogayemi. She has 17. 45 seconds to go in the third. 1-point lead for Jax State. Elsie Harris matched up against Fontacone. Harris trying to back down the defender at the free throw line. Goes to Clara Gonzalez-Pinella. Fakes right, goes left. On the dribble against Rodeyer. And Rodeyer called for the foul. Esther Rodeyer, the sophomore from Barcelona, picking up the infraction. Her first, second against Sam Houston. Rodeyer out of the lineup. And back in is Whitney Dunn. Also, Kiera Thornsberry, who turned in some great minutes, and an illegal screen called against the Gamecocks. I believe they got Saric. 31 2/10 remaining. Sam Houston with the ball and a chance to regain the lead. Fontacone. A slight difference between the game clock and shot clock. Fractions of a second. So Sam Houston will likely have the final say of the third quarter. They have had the ball to end all 3 quarters, and they have had the ball to start the second, third, and will have it to start the fourth. Ogayemi's layup is good. Bearcats lead it and will get the ball to start the fourth quarter. 44-43, Sam Houston after 3 quarters of play. We're back with the fourth after this timeout on the Gamecock Sports Network.
At JSU, school spirit is in the air. At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're giving our customers the opportunity to show their school spirit every day with our JSU Spirit Debit Card. We've designed a unique card for the JSU Gamecocks that includes the school logo. So every time you use the card, you're showing your school spirit. Come in to get your Gamecock Spirit Debit Card today. We've got spirit. Go Gamecocks! F&M Bank, service, solutions, and strength. Member FDIC.
From our home base right here in Birmingham, Alabama.
We are here.
Treating patients from every generation.
Across the United States.
And from around the world.
As respected industry leaders,
we are here.
Working hard for you. In an effort to provide you with
excellence in sports medicine.
Excellence in research and education.
And excellence in sports injury prevention.
We are here for you, aggressively pursuing
victory over injury.
Learn more at andrewsportsmedicine.com.
Whether it's family for dinner or game time, it's time for Johnson's Giant Foods Deli. All you have to do is drop by Johnson's Giant Foods and grab whatever you want hot and ready to go. Chicken salad and chicken fingers to die for. Savory ribs, salad, dessert, you name it. It's waiting for you and your family or friends. Johnson's Giant Foods with 5 locations in Gadsden, Atala, Jacksonville, and Coldwater.
Hey, Rick from Rick and Bubba for Big Time Entertainment. I'm talking 70,000 square feet of indoor and outdoor entertainment for the whole family. Putt-putt, bowling, two-story laser tag arena, a large arcade with a one-of-a-kind elevated ninja challenge course above the arcade, and the indoor go-kart arena provides a truly unique karting experience. Group discounts and birthday party options are available. Big Time Entertainment, easy to find, right off I-20 at exit 185, Oxford, Alabama.
Start of the fourth quarter at Sam Houston 44, Jax State 43. Our Amherst numbers of the game as we look back at that third quarter, where Jax State was 7 of 17 from the field, knocked down 4 3-pointers. Sam Houston, missing all 5 of their third quarter free throw attempts, has opened the door for the Gamecocks. Jax State held a 5-point lead at the 2:11 mark of the third quarter. Sam Houston able to regain the lead, and they get the ball to start the fourth quarter. So they had the ball to end the first and had it to start the second. They had the ball to end the second and start the third. They had it to end the third and start the fourth. You can't ask for much more if you're Raven Justice other than a few more made free throws. It is Sam Houston ball at the top of the key with Whitney Dunn. She hands off to Ward, looks to the right side to Inman. Now at the top of the key to Fontecone. Left side, and a block called. Rick Petrie disagrees adamantly. It sure looked like the offensive player leaned into the defensive player. Whitney Dunn going to the free throw line. We'll see if Sam Houston can get one of these free throws to go home, and swishes that one. Whitney Dunn, 3 of 4 at the line this season. Make it 4 of 5 now. Dribbles twice, spins the ball in her hand. Right-handed foul shot, rattles off the front of the rim. Rebound tracked down by Maria Sanchez Ponce of Jax State, which trails by 2, 25 seconds into the fourth quarter. Kiara Thornsberry has the ball drawn loose. Fontecone going back the other way. Fontecone has that one poked away by Brianna Rhodes. Prevented an almost guaranteed layup. Rhodes, great comeback defense. Kone to inbound. Goes to the top of the key to Ogayemi. Deborah to the right side for Fontecone. Now back to the point to Asia Ward. Whitney Dunn, match up against Clara Gonzalez-Planella. Kone with 16 to shoot, backs off at the top of the key. Kone rises from 19 and swishes it. Kone with 14 on 7 of 11 shooting. 3 of her 4 misses were 3-pointers. So she's 7 of 8 from inside the 3-point arc. 4-point lead for Sam Houston. That number's been as much as 16 in the second quarter. 8:53 to go. Infraction whistled against Kone. And that is 3 against Fontecone. So that is something to keep an eye on. Fontecone with 3. Kylie McGuire with 3. Kone still on the floor. McGuire on the bench. Whitney Dunn checks out of the lineup. She's replaced by Sydney Kemp. With the basketball, Valentina Saric. Hands it off to Elsie Harris. Back to Valentina on the right side. Harris on the right wing with 11 to shoot. Harris steps back. Now tries to drive against Kone. 5 to shoot. Still trying to shake Kone. Gave up the dribble. Fade away Jay off the side of the rim. Ogayemi the defensive board. Deborah Ogayemi with 19 points and now 6 rebounds. Kone hands off to Asia Ward. Back to Fontecone on the right wing. 15 to shoot, 8:18 to play. Inman drives. Layup, no. Inman got her own rebound and is fouled on the putback. I believe Sanchez Ponce is the guilty party. 3 against Maria Sanchez-Ponce. Valentina Saric checks out of Rick Petrie's lineup. Maya Barnes is back in. Nyla Inman to the free throw line. Inman looking for her first made shot of the day and hits the free throw off the back of the rim. Inman with one more. Missed that one as well. Free Chick-fil-A nuggets for the fans in attendance on the 2 missed free throws. And the rebound controlled by Clara Gonzalez-Planella. Her layup is rejected by Nyla Inman. And another foul coming up at the other end. Sydney Kemp called for the infraction. 2 against Kemp. 8:02 remaining in the fourth. Whitney Dunn back into the lineup for Raven Justice. She replaces Kemp. Second Sam Houston foul of the fourth quarter. Elsie Harris to inbound. And now a foul before the ball comes in. And Dunn has quickly picked up her third. They will move the ball to the other side of the basket to inbound this time. Now opposite of our vantage point near the Jax State bench. 8:02 to play, 21 to shoot. Jax State down 4 with the basketball. Inbound pass comes into Brianna Rhodes. Ball rotates to the top of the key to Maria Sanchez-Ponce, who drives. Off-balance layup, banked home. Sanchez-Ponce with 4. The deficit is 2 with 7:50 to play. Working from the right side is Fontacone. Now Whitney Dunn. Inman from the top of the key, 15 to shoot. She hands off to Asia Ward. Kone at the top of the key, matched up against Maya Barnes. 7:30 to play. Kone, layup is good and one. Fontacone with 16. And will look for her first free throw make of the day. Pushes the lead back to 4 and a chance to make it 5. That foul was called against Brianna Rhodes. That's her first. So Kone, the junior from Bamako, Mali, transferred from Tyler Junior College, averages 7 points per game, 66% free throw shooter. Foul shot on the way and swish. Sam Houston now 4 of 16 at the free throw line. They lead by 5 with 7:20 to play in the fourth quarter. Elsie Harris from the right side, looking to the top of the key to Brianna Rhodes. Rhodes pivots at the left elbow and hands out to Sanchez-Ponce. Sanchez-Ponce at the right block, jump pass out to the right side to Clara Gonzalez-Planella. Planella drives the right side, layup won't go. Crashing in to get the rebound is Ponce. Back to Harris on the right wing to reset the offense. Harris drives, she's cut off, kicks over to the right side. Gonzalez-Planella catch and shoot triple, no. Defensive board, Fontacone of Sam Houston. A chance to extend the 5-point advantage. Whitney Dunn from the left wing. Dunn fires it in the lane, and a foul called. Believe they got Maya Barnes for her second. Substitution for Raven Justice. Whitney Dunn out. Believe Sydney Kemp is back in. And Sam Houston will take their second timeout. Charge the 30 and we'll get a media. So 2 timeouts remaining for the Bearcats. With 6:44 to go in the fourth, they lead by 5. And we'll be back with more of the fourth quarter here on the Gamecocks Sports Network.
Put your phone on D&D, that means do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always sing with me. So put your phone on D&D, that means do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always remember this beat.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
I'm Mike Rogers, and I approve this message. My wife Beth and I are proud graduates of Jacksonville State University. Our time in school at JSU gave us not only a wonderful education, but a college experience that helped mold us into the people we are today. Jax State is known for its outstanding academic and athletic programs and a beautiful campus. I'm proud to support JSU, and I hope all the students, teachers, faculty, and alumni will join me in cheering Go Gamecocks. Paid for by Mike Rogers for Congress.
Get hurt in the game? We tough it out. Feel exhausted? We push on. Feeling down? We pull ourselves up by the bootstraps. But there are times when bootstraps aren't enough. When stress gets to us and we need to talk to someone about what we're really going through. So we're going to reach out, because sometimes mental health is not a one-person job. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
In the early hours after the tsunami, it was ham radio that was on the air, saving lives. When Florida was ripped by hurricanes, the hams were there. In the critical moments after the attack of 9/11, it was the hams who coordinated emergency messages. When disasters strike, the hams are ready. Ham radio works when other communications don't. To learn how you can become a ham radio operator, call the ARRL, the National Association for Amateur Radio, at 1-800-326-3942.
Back inside the Pete Matthews Coliseum with 6:44 to go in the fourth quarter. It is Sam Houston 50, Jax State 45 in our women's basketball contest. Sam Houston 2 of 3 from the field and 2 of 5 at the line here in the fourth quarter. Jax State just 1 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. On the opposite end of this game, the men's teams taking part in a contest in Huntsville. Sam Houston on an 8-0 run. They lead Jax State by 2, 60-58 at the under 4 immediate timeout. So both these games coming down to the wire. Sam Houston has led this game by 16. Jax State has led this game by 5. It's Sam Houston ball up by 5 currently. Fonta Kone to Nyla Inman and into the corner for Sydney Kemp. Kemp looking to the left side for Fonta Kone. She dribbles, now backs out and calls out the play with 9 to shoot. Kone flips it into lane to Inman. Right-handed layup scores. Nyla Inman's first basket of the contest gives Sam Houston a 7-point advantage. Thought that timeout might have indicated a defensive change after a make. It did not. Thought we might see a little bit more pressure from Sam Houston in the backcourt. Jax State really needing a basket right here to switch momentum. Maria Sanchez-Ponce kicking to the top of the key to Elsie Harris. She drives, tries to go to the lane, and is fouled. The free throw's coming up for Elsie after the infraction is called against Deborah Ogayami, her first and the team's fourth. So free throws the rest of the way for both teams. Next foul will be the 5th either way. Elsie Harris to the free throw line. 7 points today with 3 rebounds and 4 assists. The first free throw is good. She's 3 of 4 at the line in this contest. It makes it a 6-point game at 52-46 with 5:58 remaining. Harris, good on the second one as she got the hometown roll. Gamecocks trying to pick up their 9th win of the season at the Pete Matthews Coliseum. They're currently down 5 with 5:50 remaining to Sam Houston. Sydney Kemp on the left wing. She backs off. Jax State defensively really trying to constrict the lane. Good deflection at the top of the key by Barnes. Sam Houston maintains possession. Inman to the left wing to Fonta Kone with 7 to shoot. Kone to the left wing. 3 ball. Kemp couldn't get it to go. Nyla Inman the offensive rebound. Inman pivots, looks to the top of the key to Kone. 5:20 remaining. 12 to shoot. Kone against Sanchez Ponce. Left side, Asia Ward. Asia Ward jumped past to Kone with 4. Kone through the lane. Too many steps, wasn't called. Shot was blocked. Shot clock violation. Nevertheless, a turnover. The Gamecocks get the basketball. Whitney Dunn subs into the Sam Houston lineup for Sydney Kemp. Maya Barnes to inbound. to Elsie Harris. 5:05 to play in the fourth. 5-point lead for Sam Houston. Jax State with the ball. Brianna Rhodes, dribble drive from the top of the key. Rhodes kicks to the right side. Clara Gonzalez-Planella for three. Off the mark, into the hands of Maya Barnes. Barnes turns, kicks to the near side to Sanchez Ponce. She drives between two Bearcats and lays it in. Great take by the junior from Spain. Sanchez Ponce with 6. The deficit is 3. Gamecocks need a stop. Throw it into double coverage. It's taken away by Maya Barnes. Quickly ahead to Elsie Harris. Gamecocks can tie it with a triple. 4:23 left. Sanchez Ponce head faking a drive, cut off by Ogayemi. Top of the key 3. Barnes doesn't get it to go. Kone, the rebound for Sam Houston. Kone to the left wing. Half court set. Handing off to Nyla Inman. Whitney Dunn yielding to Fonte Kone. 4 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Bearcats lead it by 3. They have the basketball. Kone dribbled it off her foot. Loose ball knocked away by Harris, and they call her for the foul. Elsie tried to make a hustle play on a dive and ends up fouling. And it results in 2 free throws when we come back from this timeout. 3:51 to play in the fourth quarter. Sam Houston 52, Jax State 49. The conclusion when we come back on the Gamecocks Sports Network.
You know that feeling when you're doing what you love? You're in the zone, truly and fully alive, lost in thought. You know what you're not thinking about? Insurance. That's where Alpha comes in. Alpha handles all things insurance, so you're free to do anything. So get out there and live your best life. Whatever your thing is, we've got you covered. That's life with Alpha Insurance. Visit alphainsurance.com to learn more.
Sports not only bring us together, they inspire us on our own health journeys. Whether we're walking an extra lap, crushing a new goal, or spending time with friends cheering in the stands, we all win when we feel healthier and happier. That's why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama is a proud sponsor of athletic programs across the state. Because a healthier Alabama is a happier Alabama. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama. We cover what matters.
Eli Gold here. Ready for a winning drive? Go see my friends at Cooper Chevy Buick. Choose from hundreds of new Chevys and Buicks, including a great selection of Car Bravo certified used. Score big with low finance rates and ask about their guaranteed credit approval program. Get top dollar for your trade, no matter the yardage. Your road to victory starts today at Cooper Chevrolet Buick in Anniston or online, cooperchevrolet.com, official sponsor of JSU Athletics.
Your local Grub Mart store is the home to many savings opportunities for you. Step inside and take advantage of weekly in-store specials, including 2-for-1 deals. Grab a bag of ice every day, just 99 cents. Join the Marathon Rewards program for fuel rewards and store discounts. And also, you can get the Young Oil Super Saver card, which gives you fuel discounts. Remember, when you're paying for your gasoline at the pump, they have the most secure credit transaction in the industry. 13 stores across Northeast and Central Alabama and new locations coming soon. Visit a Grub Mart store today.
3:51 remaining here at the Pete Matthews Coliseum. Sam Houston with a 52-49 lead over Jax State. Gamecocks looking for a couple more stops on defense with a chance to get back into the contest. They trailed this game by 16. It was with 8:38 remaining in the second, and it looked like the Bearcats were going to run away and hide. Gamecocks were able to get back into the game and take a 5-point lead with 2:11 to go in the third quarter. Right now, they are down by 3 with 3:51 to go. In Huntsville, Jax State has tied the game at 61 against Sam Houston with 56 seconds remaining. Free throws coming up for Fonte Kone after Elsie Harris was called for her third foul. Going to the free throw line is Asia Ward, where she's 53.7% this season. She is 1 of 4 at the line today. Her team is 4 of 16. That has opened the door to give Jax State a chance. That one off side iron. Hardcore in the student section doing their best against Ward. That one, a swish. Maya Barnes to inbound as Sam Houston drops off into a half-court defense. Don't see that much. Elsie Harris running the offense with her team down by 4. Harris backs out on the wing and hands off to Brianna Rhodes. Rhodes drives to the right elbow. Rhodes trying to back down Ogayami. Her turnaround left-handed hook shot doesn't go. Fonta Kone, the defensive board for Sam Houston. Jax State needs a stop on this possession. Whitney Dunn backs out and hands to Kone. In a defensive struggle like this, each possession so valuable. 11 offensive rebounds by Sam Houston. 12 offensive rebounds by Jax State. To the far corner. Open look for 3, and they finally get one to drop. Whitney Dunn in the left corner for 3. That is the first triple of the game by Sam Houston. And it couldn't come at a better time for Raven Justice. 7-point lead with 2:50 to go. Top of the key, Brianna Rhodes. They'll let her shoot the 3. She won't. Hands off to Clara Gonzalez-Planella. Planella inside to Rhodes, kicks to the near side. Sanchez Ponce head faking a drive into a double team. Rhodes pulls up from 15. Rims, no. Rebound pulled away by Whitney Dunn of Sam Houston. Basket here for Sam Houston would be huge. Kone on the slow walk across. Going to try and use as much time as she can. 17 to shoot, 2:20 to play. Harris matched up against her. About 37 feet from the basket. Inman sets the screen. Kone crosses over. Now tries to drive against Barnes. Ball rolls out of bounds and will stay with Sam Houston. The officials will confer. Possession will stay with the Bearcats. 2:09 to play, 6 to shoot. Jax State has to get a stop. Inman at the top of the key. Inman faces the basket with 2 seconds. Fires from 19. It dies on the back of the rim. Long rebound into the scores table to Jax State. 2:01 to play. Gamecocks with 3 timeouts. Free throws the rest of the way for both teams. 7-point deficit for Jax State. They've led by 5. They've trailed by 16. Elsie Harris into Ogayami. Harris now to Sanchez Ponce. She's tied up, throws up the prayer, got her own rebound. She's tied up. She was fouled about 3 times. Jump ball, possession arrow, Jax State. .104 seconds to play, 14 on the shot clock. Harris triggers the inbound. Harris looks into the corner. Clara Gonzalez-Panella's 3 is too strong. Deborah Ogayami, the defensive board for Sam Houston. 1:35 to play in a 7-point game. Kone against Harris at the midcourt logo. 15 to shoot, 1:25 to play. Kone with 12, just milking the clock. Barclay picks her up, rejects the layup. Harris with a collision against the goal standard. Comes to her feet, will stay in the game. 1:18 to go, 7 to shoot. Gamecocks have missed their last 5 shots, have made just 1 of their last 9, and haven't scored in 3.5 minutes. And the Bearcats are called for a foul on an illegal screen on the inbound. Asia Ward is called for her second. Big turnover there. Gamecocks desperate for a basket on this possession. 75 seconds to play, down by 7. Asia Barclay at the top of the key, looks to Elsie Harris on the left wing. Harris, step back, triple on the way. Hits it hard off the back of the rim. Defensive board, Nyla Inman. Final minute of regulation. Sam Houston in no hurry to shoot the basketball. Wondering if the Gamecocks might just want to go ahead and foul to save the clock and roll the dice, putting Sam Houston at the line. 12 to shoot, 45 to play. Dunn at the top of the key. Dunn off the screen by Inman. Missed the dribble with 2 seconds. Fires the desperation triple, too strong. Loose ball picked up by Elsie Harris of Jax State. She's trapped in the backcourt. Sam Houston with the takeaway. Deborah Ogayami pivots to the free throw line. The shot clock is off. The Gamecocks have to foul or the game is over. Kone with 20. Throws it to Inman with 17. And the Gamecocks are going to back off. And Sam Houston will move to 4-8 in Conference USA play with a 7-point victory on the road over Jax State. Ball comes back to Inman near midcourt with 2 seconds and 1. And Sam Houston has won 3 of their last 4 after a 56-49 win at Jacksonville State. For the Gamecocks, they are now 9-14, 3-9 in Conference USA play. And they have dropped 5 consecutive contests. They had a 5-point lead with 2:11 to go in the third quarter, but just unable to get enough shots to drop in the fourth. They were just 2 of 13 from the field and 0 of 5 from three-point land. Sam Houston goes 4 of 10 from the field in the fourth quarter and comes away with the 7-point victory. We will be back with the Gamecock Locker Room Show, brought to you by State Farm agent Mike Douglas after this brief timeout. You're listening to Jax State Women's Basketball on the Gamecock Sports Network.
Put your phone on D&D, that means do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always sing with me. So put your phone on D&D, that means do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always remember this beat.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
I'm Mike Rogers, and I approve this message. My wife Beth and I are proud graduates of Jacksonville State University. Our time in school at JSU gave us not only a wonderful education, but a college experience that helped mold us into the people we are today. Jax State is known for its outstanding academic and athletic programs and a beautiful campus. I'm proud to support JSU, and I hope all the students, teachers, faculty, and alumni will join me in cheering Go Gamecocks. Paid for by Mike Rogers for Congress.
Get hurt in the game? We tough it out. Feel exhausted? We push on. Feeling down? We pull ourselves up by the bootstraps. But there are times when bootstraps aren't enough. When stress gets to us and we need to talk to someone about what we're really going through. So we're going to reach out, because sometimes mental health is not a one-person job. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
In the early hours after the tsunami, it was ham radio that was on the air, saving lives. When Florida was ripped by hurricanes, the hams were there. In the critical moments after the attack of 9/11, it was the hams who coordinated emergency messages. When disasters strike, the hams are ready. Ham radio works when other communications don't. To learn how you can become a ham radio operator, call the ARRL, the National Association for Amateur Radio, at 1-800-326-3942.
We welcome you to the Gamecock Locker Room Show, brought to you by State Farm agent Mike Douglas, providing insurance and financial services. He has 2 office locations in Jacksonville and Piedmont to better serve your needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. The final score of tonight's women's basketball game here at the Pete Matthews Coliseum goes the way of the Bearcats of Sam Houston. They're a 56-49 victor over Jacksonville State tonight. Bearcats now 11-11 this season, 4-8. In Conference USA play, the Gamecocks fall to 9-14, 3-9 in Conference USA, and have dropped 5 in a row. Take a look at the Amherst numbers of the game. Deborah Ogayami leads the way for Sam Houston with 19 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 steals. Nyla Inman with 2 points, 10 rebounds, 1 assist, and a steal. Fonta Kone, 17 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists. Whitney Dunn with 10 points, 2 rebounds in the game. Asia Ward with 8 points off the bench. Total for Sam Houston, 25 of 53 from the field. They were just 1 of 10 from 3 and 5 of 18 at the free throw line. For Jacksonville State, Maya Barnes with 12 points and 3 rebounds to go along with 3 steals. Maria Sanchez-Ponce with 6 points and 5 rebounds. Shaquise May, 3 points and a rebound. Elsie Harris, a good day coming from the starting lineup with 9 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists running the point. Clara Gonzalez-Planella with 5 rebounds off the bench. Asia Barclay, 6.7 rebounds off the bench. 3 for Valentina Saric and 6 for Kiera Thornsberry. Eden Sample chipped in with 4 points and 4 rebounds off the bench. Jax State totals 18 of 55 from the field, 5 of 21 from 3, and 8 of 9 at the free throw line. In the second half, the Gamecocks were 9 of 30 from the field and 0 for 5 from three-point land in the fourth quarter. So an 8 of 9 showing at the free throw line compared to a 5 of 18 showing for Sam Houston at the free throw line. The Bearcats just 1 of 10 from three-point land. Definitely had the door open despite trailing by 16 at the 8:38 mark of the second quarter. Gamecocks able to answer with a 13-0 run and get back into the contest. They were down by 6 at halftime, and really had the momentum in the third quarter after outscoring Sam Houston 19-14. They were down to start the fourth, and then Sam Houston just coming away at the end, going 4 of 10 from the field and 1 of 3 from three-point land. So that will wrap up our coverage of tonight's game. Once again, the final score, Sam Houston 56, Jacksonville State 49. The men's game has gone final as well, which was also won by Sam Houston by the final count of 66-61 as the Bearcats close the game on a 14-3 run over the final 6 minutes and 21 seconds. Our coverage of Jax State women's basketball here on the Gamecock Sports Network is brought to you by JSU alumnus Congressman Mike Rogers, F&M Bank, serving Calhoun County since 1915. Tri Green Equipment, tried and true, 75 years in the John Deere business. By Alabama Power, by AmFirst, by McDonald's of Jacksonville and Piedmont, by State Farm agent Mike Douglas, and Chick-fil-A of Jacksonville. We thank you for joining us for our coverage of women's basketball here on the Gamecock Sports Network. For all of us at JSU, my name is Donnie Smith. Have a great night.